Hey everybody, welcome back to the Overwatch League Report, the #1 Overwatch show on the internet.
Yeah, I know. It's only been 2 weeks, and I can't believe the internet's already said that we're the #1 Overwatch League.
They made up their minds. There's nothing we can do.
So,
We just have to accept it. We carry the burden of being the best. All right, Ben, who are we talking about today?
We are talking about the Atlanta Reign.
All right, we're going to make it rain. Actually, it's not the same rain, guys. It's a different spelling. So you have in your notes here that you shared with me, there's AKA the "we don't care if you're a toxic cheater, we need to sell jerseys, bitch."
Yep.
Want to elaborate a little bit on that?
Oh, well, I mean, you want to just jump right into the elephant in the room here and talk about...
Let's do it.
talk about our good friend dafran.
Everybody's favorite player.
He is a lot of people's favorite player. He's a very popular streamer.
So yeah, all right. So let's talk on the coaches real quick. We got Sephi and Silence.
Yes, both from last night's leftovers, an NA contenders team. They were decent.
Great, by the way.
Yeah, middle of the road kind of. If you were to like split the NA contenders team for season 1, season 2 into like two kind of tiers of like the teams that were competitive, they would be like at the high end of the low tier or the low end of the high tier. So,
gotcha. All right. So with them out of the way, Ben, let's not give the audience any more blue balls. Talk about dafran. What do you think about this man?
Well,
he's a DPS. He's a streamer. He played for Selfless, but that's no longer a team.
Yep.
And he was banned from comp play for throwing, griefing, and boosting.
What's to say about dafran? As you said, the last time he played competitive Overwatch, he was banned because he's, toxic, a cheater. He has no interest in competition because he has like no like long-term like investment in anything.
I mean, in his defense, I have to come to his defense because he also used to work at McDonald's, much like myself.
Right.
It's a brotherhood down in the Mick trenches, as they say. So, I don't know where I'm going with this. I just wanted to make a McDonald's pun. Yeah, he sounds like kind of an asshole.
Yeah, he has a lot of issues. I don't want to like, because you might have some mental issues. I don't want to like really come down too hard on him because he seems a little like unstable, I guess.
Yeah.
So
that's not as fun.
Yeah, it's definitely not as fun, but he is a player in the Overwatch League for now, and we're here to talk about
for as long as he can stay without throwing and griefing and cheating
and quitting.
Which
because he's
already done once.
Yeah, he has supposedly,
this is just in November, by the way.
He was announced at the end of October to be signed to the Atlanta Reign, and then in November he had a meltdown on stream, said that he was quitting Overwatch, he hated the game, he didn't want to play it ever again, he was going to go work at McDonald's.
So basically me every time I'm playing Overwatch.
Yep, and then he went on Twitter. He was like, I'm dropping my contract with the Reign. I'm done with this game. I'm never playing it again. I've uninstalled it.
He hits you with the uninstall.
Yeah,
uninstall on stream because that's like a power move.
I believe he did. Yes.
Yeah, that's the fucking move right there.
Yeah. So that happened, and then I guess he found out how contracts work. He probably talked to some people at Atlanta Reign, and 2 days later, he got back on Twitter, and
hey guys, I overreacted. I didn't mean that.
I don't understand why do the Reign want this headache? Like I understand that like dafran's popular. He has a ton of fans. He's going to sell a lot of merch. He's going to sell a lot of jerseys. And then he's going to be an incredibly toxic presence. He's going to be XQC 2.0. He's going to spiral the team into self-destruction, and they're going to end up in like the low end of the Overwatch League. That's my prediction.
Hey man, hate the game, not the player. You know what I'm saying?
I don't hate dafran. I mean, dafran is very good at what he does. He's very entertaining to a lot of people. He's a very successful streamer.
Yeah.
Yes. And he is
gaming personality, not necessarily as a teammate.
He is a very good Overwatch player when he's not throwing or griefing.
Yeah, I saw it in one season. He had he was number 1, number 3, and like number 9.
Yeah, that's
3 different accounts. That's crazy. Is he the Terrell Owens of the Overwatch League?
That's not a bad comparison.
He's gonna be running around saying "I love me some me." All right, well let's unless you have anything else you need to add. No,
I think I'm good. I don't want to get flamed too hard by the dafran fanboys. So.
Oh, I do. Bring them on.
Yeah.
Dafran boys.
Yeah, come get me. Please don't find me.
So let's go with N Layer. He's a DPS player. He was a part of last night's leftovers, and he mains a Tracer, Widowmaker, McCree, and played some Brigida in season 2. Tell me about him.
Yeah, so he's the only player to be brought over from last night's leftovers with these coaches. He has a pretty long competitive career on a lot of pretty good teams in NA contenders mostly. And before playing Overwatch professionally, he was a pro CSGO player until being banned for cheating.
The cheating's not good, but the CSGO, I feel like that makes a lot more sense than PUBG.
Yeah.
It's like similar setups, to how Overwatch is played, but I don't love that he cheated.
Yeah, so we're 2 for 2 so far.
Are they gonna get caught cheating at a league event? That would be amazing.
They're most likely, if you're gonna put your money on a team, have a cheating scandal.
What about Erster? He's a DPS player. Mains Genji, Pharah, and Soldier 76.
So Erster came from Lucky Future Zenith in CN Contenders, but he's actually a Korean player. So he's coming from a really good team. Lucky Future Zenith is really good. He was a standout player on their roster. He's probably going to be if the Reign don't devolve into messy drama and scandals and meltdowns, and they actually perform well as a team and win games, a lot of that is probably going to come down to Erster. I think Erster might be the best player on the team.
He's the key.
He's the key. So there's it's a lot of puzzle pieces, and then a lot of puzzle pieces are trying to jump off the table and quit the puzzle. And Erster's
to change their
cut off their pieces so they can slide into where they don't belong.
Oh man.
And Erster is the piece right in the middle that collects them all together into one cohesive picture.
Given this past players sliding into places where they don't belong, I think we should maybe cool it.
Was that a Dreamcasper reference or what?
I'm just saying the Uprising had some issues.
Yeah.
All right. Oh boy.
Sliding into the DMs of 13-year-old girls.
Yeah, well, for those who didn't know. All right, let's Jesus. Going off.
Yeah, this one real dark.
Let's go Daco. He's a tank / flex, and is from Korea, and he mains Diva.
Yeah, so I was actually watching earlier some El Mystic tape to get a better feel for Daco and Paco, and El Mystic are pretty good. I'd compare them to Metabellum, who we talked about last week, where they are kind of One of them is third, one of them is fourth in Korean contenders last season. But again, similar to the issue I brought up with Metabellum, is that the two teams that are pretty much strictly better than them, Runaway and Kangdu Panthera, are basically in Overwatch League now as the Titans and Dragons. So, like...
yeah, what are you going to do?
Yeah. But
Dako...
Yeah, Dako is good.
Right.
Yeah. What do you say?
That's why you ranked the Titans and Dragons above these teams. All
yeah,
right,
definitely.
So let's go to Paco, who's a tank and mains Winston, Orisa, and Reinhardt.
Yeah, again, Paco from Hellenistic. Most of the tape I watched of him, he was playing Reinhardt, and he was actually playing Reinhardt pretty well. I watched them play Runaway in the semifinals of Season 2 Korean Contenders, and he actually held his own. He was a big reason why they were in that game, or in that match at all. He landed some good Earth Shatters before they kind of threw a couple of maps. So he's a competitive player from a competitive top tier team, but there are better players from better teams in the league. But these two are probably going to be they're the only tanks on the team besides Gator, who's a two-way player. So they're going to be the main tanks.
Right.
Or they're going to be the main tank players. Pakpo is going to be the main tank. Dako is probably going to be more of the off-tank player.
So tell me about Cota. He's a support player. He means Zenyatta, Ana, Mercy, and Diva.
Yeah, so he comes from Snakes, which is an EU team. And Snakes is...
Yeah, spelled 6 Nakes. The number 6 and then Nakes. Just so everyone knows.
It's pronounced Snakes, yeah. Yeah, he's mostly a Zenyatta player, and he's a pretty okay Zenyatta player. But he was an okay Zenyatta player on Snakes when they were playing against worse teams. So I don't really know if his Zenyatta play is going to really be up to scratch for what's necessary to be competitive in Overwatch League. But we'll see. From what I've seen of him, he's a fine player from a below average team.
All right. So what about Massa, who's a support and mains Lucio and Mercy?
Yeah, I think that Massa's probably going to be the main support for the Reign. He is a pretty good player. Giganti is a good team from EU. But I haven't watched a ton of Giganti play, but I saw one match between, I think it was Giganti and NRG maybe? I don't remember. But they held their own, and I think that Giganti's probably like the 4th best team in EU contenders, and Massa is a really good Lucio player from what I saw.
And unless I'm misreading the list, closing it out is Gator. He's a tank who means Reinhardt and Winston.
Yes, and Gator was originally announced to be a full-time player on the Reign, but he is actually going to be a two-way player with their academy team, Atlanta Academy.
I thought you were going to say he's going to be playing PUBG.
No, Gator's actually originally from, or not originally, but he, before being signed with Atlanta, he played on Goats. Yes, the famous Goats team that were a pretty average to bad team until they accidentally discovered a meta-breaking composition that is now being played by pretty much every competitive team in the entire game.
So when you hear Ben refer to Goats, the meta, this is where it originated.
Yes, it was. Goats was a pretty, like I said, average team at best, and then they suddenly started playing this, weird comp where they were like, screw DPS players. We're going to do 3 tanks and 3 supports. And we don't need to shoot people. What is this? Shooter? They started beating a bunch of really good teams that they had no business beating. And yeah, Gator was a part of that until he was banned. Because he was caught
on this goddamn team.
He was caught boosting, and then he was replaced on GOATs by none other than XQC. Actually, XQC was banned from Overwatch League.
It all comes back around.
Oh yeah. So we have 3 out of 8 Atlanta Reign players who have previously been banned from competition for cheating. So
this team clearly believes in second, third, fourth chances.
Yeah.
Are they kind of like the Raiders of the Overwatch League? That they're
maybe
gonna be a complete mess.
They're probably going to be. I don't know if that's a perfect analogy, but they're definitely going to be a complete mess.
I mean, it's like, what's my frame of reference? Football. And then the people who would like search out this video, they're like, I don't know football, Brian. Please stop making football references. They don't make any sense. Who is Terrell Owens, Brian?
Yeah, he hosts some good podcasts, I think, now, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
I don't know. So, yeah, you think this team's going to be just like a drama fest all season?
Yeah, they're going to be a hot mess. They're going to be like a hotbed for drama. They only have 7.5 players on their team. If you like say that Gator is half a player because he's 2-way.
Right. Yeah.
That's including dafran. And so there's not really a lot of wiggle room.
Right. Yeah. They have 7 players because he's halfway out the door. Oh man.
So they have barely enough to like field a competent roster. Mm-hmm. Their players are all over the place. They got NA player, Chinese player, EU players, Korean players. They're like good players, could help carry, but they're gonna have to help carry through an incredibly toxic environment. So we'll see.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, no, it's the Reign are definitely going to be entertaining, and there's going to be a lot of news stories about them probably.
And we'll be here to report those news stories.
Yeah.
So, is there anything else you want to add before we sign off?
I think that you could probably agree that it's a pretty bad sign that 3 out of 8 teams I have ranked in the expansion teams. I have ranked worse than this drama-filled hot mess of a team.
Right, that's not good for them.
Yeah, so that shows you just how kind of not great a lot of these contenders teams are, or these expansion teams are.
Right. All right. Well, for Ben, this is Brian signing out. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at WG Everything, on Instagram at WickedGoodEverything. Ben's on Twitter at Ben Sharon.
Oh yeah.
Ben is also streaming. We're uploading videos to YouTube. There's of course Wicked Good Everything where you're watching this video right now, and Maggie is streaming on twitch.tv/WickedGoodEverything. Thank you guys so much for watching. Goodbye.